Okay, so in this exercise I'm going to talk through the exercise for the Turing machine. So this is the first exercise and we always start in state 0, so that's why it's black to begin with. And we've wrote out the first line of the tracing here, so state 0 is where you begin. And the read head is currently looking at blank. So this says if you see a blank, write a blank, move your read head to the right and follow the arrow to the new state. So we saw a blank, we need to write a blank, so underneath the B became a B. We need to move to the right, so the read head moved over to the right. And we changed our state to state 1, so we have a new state 1. So the B became a B, we moved over to the right, and all these other ones just got copied down. So we're now on this line, so we're looking at a 1 in state 1. So state 1, we can see a 1. State 1, we can see a 1. It says change it to a blank. So that 1 becomes a blank. Move to the right. The read head moves to the right. Change your state, follow the arrow, go to state 2. And because this is a double circle, we terminate, so we're finished. But these other guys are still on the tape, so the B is still here. Sorry, where are we? That's a 1, that's a 1, and that's a B. So this is our output. This was our input. So input, output. Question is, what did the machine do? It started with 3. It ended with 2. It's a decrement machine. It took 1 away from what we had. It decremented by 1. So this is the next example. So as before, we're starting in state 0. The read head is currently reading a 1. So we're following this arrow where we see a 1. It says see a 1, write a 1. So see a 1, write 1. Move your read head to the right. So the arrow moves to the right. Follow the arrow, you're still in state 0. So this is still state 0. Copy down the other parts of your tape. Okay, so now we're in state 0 and we see a 1. So state 0, see a 1, write a 1, move to the right. See a 1, write a 1, move to the right. Stay in state 0. Copy down all the other parts of your tape. In state 0, we see a 1, 0, see a 1, write a 1, move to the right, stay in state 0. Copy down the rest of your tape. State 0, see a 0. So you're in state 0, you're reading 0, it says write a 1, so change that to a 1. Move to the right, and you're changing your state to state 1. So you're now in state 1. Copy down the rest of your tape. So you're in state 1, looking at a 1. State 1, see a 1, write a 1, move right. See a 1, write a 1, move right. Following the arrow, you're still in state 1. Copy down the rest of your tape. State 1, reading a 1. State 1, reading a 1, write 1, move right. Write 1, move right. Stay in state 1. Copy down the rest of your tape. You're in state 1 and you're reading B. State 1, read a B, write a B, move left. Read a B, write a B, move left. Change your state to state 2. Copy down the rest of your tape. State 2 and reading a 1. State 2, when you read a 1, write a blank, move right. write blank, move right. Change your state to state 3, which is a terminal state because it's got a double 0, so you're finished. Just copy down the rest of the tape. So our input this time was 3 1s and a 2, separated by a 0, and what we've ended up with is 5 1s. This is an adding machine. This added 3 and 2 and gave us 5. And the final example. In this machine, we're starting off with 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. We're starting in state 0, reading a B. So state 0, reading a blank, write a blank, move right. So write a blank, move right, stay in state 0. Copy down the rest of your tape. In state 0, where you're reading a 0. State 0, reading a 0, write 1 and move right, change your state to state 1. Write 1, move right, change your state to state 1. State 1, read 1, state 1, read 1, write 0, move right, stay in state 1. Write 0, move right, stay in state 1. State 1, read 1. State 1, read 1. Write 0, move right, stay in state 1. Write 0, move right, stay in state 1. State 1, reading 0. State 1, read 0. Write 1, move right, stay in state 1. Write 1, move right, stay in state 1. State 1, reading a 0. State 1, read 0. Write 1, move right, state 1. Write 1, move right, state 1. State 1, read 1. State 1, read 1. Write 0, move right, stay in state 1. Write 0, move right, stay in state 1. State 1, reading a blank. State 1, reading a blank. Write a blank, move left, change your state. So, reading a blank, you'd write a blank, move left, change your state to state 2. Just copying down the rest of the numbers. Let's put this up here now. So we're in state 2, reading a 0. State 2, read a 0, write a 0, move left, stay in state 2. Write a 0, move left, stay in state 2. State 2, reading a 1. State 2, read a 1, write 1, move left, stay in state 2. Write 1, move left, stay in state 2. State 2, reading a 1, write 1, move left, stay in state 2. State 2, reading 0, write 0, move left, stay in state 2. State 2, reading 0, write 0, move left, stay in state 2. State 2, reading 1. State 2, reading 1, right 1, move left, stay in state 2. State 2, reading a blank. State 2, reading a blank, right blank, move right, change to state 3. Write a blank, move right, change to state 3. State 3 is your terminal state, so you're finished. So what we've ended up with is this. What we started with is this. And if I just put the two together, so our input 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. Our output 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. What did this machine do? This machine is an inverter. It converted all the zeros into ones, and all the ones it changed to zeros.